Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to continue on with Bryan Denlinger's phony dispensationalism. So now Bryan, after his wife was witnessed to by a black woman, well, Bryan's going to come in and say, well, yeah, but it should have gone back to the old days. Just because my wife, we had integration, so my wife got witnessed to by a black woman, it doesn't mean integration is right. Blacks and whites should not be together. That's what he's saying. You people who say I'm saying something wrong, I'm listening to every word. I took things out of context and snippets. I'm listening to every word. Now he's going to say about the blacks, well, they can be allowed to go through many, just don't stop here. He's a separatist. That's why Eric John Phillips, I think that's the guy's name, he's talking a separatist. We'll let the blacks go through, just don't let them stop here. Christians, okay? And he's going to make it the culture, as long as the cultures don't mix. Culture. Christians don't care about culture. We're Christians. Everything we do revolves on the book. We're brothers and sisters in Christ. We don't care about different cultures. So in here, listen to this guy.
And to make a point, because I know somebody's going to write in the comments, well, see, if integration was true, then you would have never had a chance to be witnessed to by a black woman. Well, again, we are in this situation here in America and in our world where everything is so integrated. Okay, we don't have a choice. We can't.
He's admitted in other videos that most countries aren't integrated. Most countries still remain predominantly Oriental, white, or black. So percentage-wise, there's very little integration.
I can't go back to the way things should be in the Bible, okay, without supernatural.
The ways it should be. The way it should be. I don't say anything about it should be. We're not Israel. We're the church. Israel had to stay pure for a particular reason, because of the covenant relationship they had with God. They had to maintain the distinction with the 12 tribes. They couldn't even intermarry with 12 tribes to maintain that distinction. It doesn't do with the church. When a person, black, white, Oriental, becomes a Christian, what their cultural background is irrelevant. Now their focus is on being a Christian.
Prevention, and that's what the Lord's going to do. But the point,
the Lord's not going to segregate everybody. He's going to set 12 nations based on the boundaries of the 12 tribes of Israel. And those nations are going to intermingle. That relationship, there'll be no laws forbidding interracial marriage. That's a lunatic.
As you go back even to the Bible times, the New Testament times, there were people that were traveling. So see, the Ethiopian eunuch, Philip, a Jew, witnesses to an Ethiopian eunuch. There's nothing wrong with that, right? That's not what we're saying.
So we're saying something wrong. Yeah, God took the Ethiopian to Philip to put him in the Ethiopian eunuch, so you can witness to a black person. People, we're not saying that's wrong. Just like don't live with him, and he's gonna say that. Don't marry him, and don't live with him, because your cultures will be blended. In other words, you'll afraid the white culture will be overwhelmed by the black culture. That's what he's saying.
I'm not saying if there's a black person that I see someplace, just a little story here. Not too long ago, it was like we were out shopping the one night. Had to do some grocery shopping, and we were up in Presque Isle, up above us here, and it was like -12, I think, outside or something. And there was a black guy there behind us, right line behind us, and he's like, how on earth do you people make it up here? He's like, it is so cold. And we turned.
So he thinks you people mean white people. He meant people from Maine. He didn't mean white people. See, that's what Bryan's brain is going. So see, the black person speaking to him, he's thinking, how are you people? He's thinking, oh, you mean white people? German people? And Bryan's going to say, well, yeah, black people have a hard time in this cold weather. The guy's from Tennessee. That's why. He had a time. He's Southern.
We smiled and stuff. We were like, yeah, it is cold, isn't it? And he was like, what was he, from Tennessee or something? I think so, yeah.
That's why it was cold. From Tennessee.
He's like, I'm from Tennessee, man. He goes,
he thinks because he was black. Black people can't handle it. It's cold weather.
I can't believe how cold it gets up here. And we were laughing about this.
We were laughing. That shows we're not racist. We were laughing at that black man.
He's traveling through the area.
And he can keep traveling. Bryan's going to say, as long as he keeps traveling, we have no problem with the black man.
Fine. That's fine. Right? I'm not against that. I'm not saying,
He's not against black people traveling through Maine. That's why he put 160 acres, people, to insulate himself from the black people and the Oriental people. He made it let you travel through his land.
We have a specific borders, and anybody comes through gets shot or something like this. No, 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 no.
Oh, no, 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 no. He'll let the black man travel through. It's the United States of America. Like Brian has something to say about it. We'll let that black man travel through Maine. As long as he keeps traveling. You believe this guy? Oh, no, 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 no.
I'm saying preserving the
What am I saying? Now, well, listen to this. Listen to this, people.
distinctions.
Distinctions. Now, let's get the idea that we're in America, and the issue is not distinctions. The issue is being American. Okay, and the second thing is the real major issue is being Christian. And the only thing being a Christian is about us being brothers and sisters in Christ. That's the only issue. He's going to make an issue of the culture because he's proud of his white culture, people. That's racist. He can call it anything he wants. He can call it anything he wants. That's why he clings to being German. That's why he celebrates when he calls it a German name Christmas, because it's a German tradition. That's why he's wearing a beard, because it makes him look like his grandfather or his great grandfather, who was a German, witness, chalk talker. Then we tried doing the chalk talk thing. My grandfather was a chalk talker, chalk guy. This guy's the biggest phony nutcase on earth.
Okay, and again, we can't go.
You can't go back. It's been 2,000 years of integration.
Go back. All right, we cannot.
We can't go back to the Old Testament. He's a church age guy. And he's talking about going back to Israel. So I tell you, he's a phony dispensationalist. That's why he dresses the way he does. These people are Amish. They're not true dispensationalist Christians. They want to go back to the Old Testament.
Fix the problem. We can't fix the mess.
Fix the problem. Can't fix the mess. Integration is a mess. Intermarriage is a mess that needs to be fixed.
That the devil has created in the last 1,000 or 2,000 years. We can't do it.
Can't do it. So what you gotta do? You gotta move up to Maine, get your little property, and just live there. Live away from the world. Secret Christian. Don't let black people go through it, but don't let them stop. Don't let your son marry one, son or daughter. No.
But I just needed to explain that.
And you explain that we'll let the black guy go through Maine. He's got to keep going though. So we're very tall in that area, and we can't stop and get our races mixed up and blending and intermarriage and cultures. Our culture is so important. It's so important to keep that culture as a Christian. I mean, we got to keep that white culture, or German culture, as a Christian. Where do you find culture in the King James Bible? Where do you find anything where you're supposed to keep any of your culture?
Because I know people are going to write, oh, you shouldn't talk to them if you're for, segregation. That's not what segregation is. Segregation is simply saying, I'm not going to intermarry with you, and we're not going to have mixed.
She's shaking her head, yeah.
Communities where all the culture just.
He's a segregationist. He won't admit it. He just said it here. He's a segregationist. That's what Edward John Phillips. He won't tell you that, people, in his website. I'm a segregationist. He won't tell you. Now he's admitting it. That's from racism. It's from racism. He's trying to keep his culture. To him, it's a German culture.
Dissolves and disintegrates.
The culture dissolves and disintegrates. Go back here.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's fine.
Right? I'm not
That's
against
fine.
that. I'm not saying,
condescending, pompous jackass.
We have a specific borders, and anybody comes through gets shot or something like this. No. I'm saying preserving the distinction.
He won't shoot you. Isn't it nice of him? You black people out there, you black Christians, Brian's not going to shoot you. Just keep moving.
Okay, and again, we can't go back. All right, we cannot fix the problem. We can't fix the mess. That the devil has created in the last 1,000 or 2,000 years. We can't do it. But I just needed to explain that, because I know people are going to write, oh, you shouldn't talk to them if you're for, segregation. That's not what segregation is. Segregation.
You shouldn't talk to them if you're for segregation. So Brian's admitting he's for segregation here, but he says that's not what segregation is. You can talk to black people. You can talk to black people. You just can't live with black people. Americans, Christians, you can't live with them.
It's simply saying, I'm not going to intermarry with you.
I'm not going to marry you. Another Christian is going to look at them and say, I'm not going to marry you because of my culture. You destroy my culture. You people who follow these lunatics, these two lunatics.
We're not going to have mixed communities where all the culture just dissolves and disintegrates.
So what does it mean? Mixed communities. See, that's what does it mean, people. Tony Black's up there. There's no Orientals up there. He's a segregationist. And you people are following him like he's some Christian. Nowhere does Christianity preach segregationism. Nowhere. Not a zip, nothing. Little punk.
Great.
Unlike the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
The Catholic Church. What's the Catholic Church have to do with it? Yeah, you crazy people.
Another story I have about this. When I used to live in the Washington, D.C. metro region years ago, between early 2005 to about May, early June of 2008 is when I was out there living there. Military, academic stuff, whatnot. One time I had to take the metro rail to where I was going. I don't even know where my stop was anymore. And the car I got on was packed. I could have just stood, holding on to the railing above my head like this, and with all my strength, and just like, I'm just gonna stand right here, and regardless of the train swaying me back and forth, But there's a black guy, initially sitting on the edge seat, and there was an empty seat beside him. Without him saying anything, he scooted over to the one next to the window, and I thought, out of the bottom of my heart, the goodness of my heart, I thought, oh boy, he fell asleep. What if he misses his stop, and I don't tell him? And the Lord knows I'm speaking truth here, because he saw the whole thing happen, and he knows the name of the guy. So, I don't even know what his name was. But the point is, I tapped him on the shoulder, and I said, hey, is this your stop coming up? And he goes,
she woke a black man up to show him that his stop is coming. That shows she's not a racist. She won't live with blacks, and she won't let her son marry a black. But this proves she's not a racist.
No. And then after that, unfortunately, he goes to me like I'm some germ that he just, shrugged.
Ooh. It was a black racist. She met a black racist.
Off his coat or something.
And then that was when you got your Ku Klux Klan outfit out and you cut the guy's head off, right?
Oh, yeah.
According to some of the brethren, they might think so. Of course not.
No, actually, I just sat right there. I didn't say anything else. I just thought,
This guy. You're trying to put this guy, okay, the black was the racist. But the whole thing is just keep separate. But it was beautiful. In America, in the United States, in Maine. That's why I moved to Maine.
Okay, well, my stop is coming up, and wherever he's going to, I hope the best for him,
Gee, see, that proves she's not a racist. She tried to wake this black man up. It proves she's not a racist. These people are demented. But let her son bring home a black woman. We'll see. We'll see her real feelings about the racists.
I didn't think, no, I thought to myself, well, I tried to help the guy out,
Mm-hmm.
Because if I see a passenger next to me falling asleep and I'm still awake,
No matter what race they are, she'll wake them up, people. You can count on that.
Somehow with the rocking back and forth of the train or the bus, and I'm like, hey, without saying it explicitly, I got your back.
You people watch these people actually think you learn something from these people? They're two lunatics. Absolute crazy people. King James Bible. They don't know anything about the King James Bible.
I'm going to watch out for you so you don't miss your stop.
See how Christian she is. I'm going to wipe that black man up.
Because other people have done it for me on a public
See,
transportation.
that was a Christian attitude. What is she talking about? What does that have to do with the fact that you tell... Bryan Denlinger just said he doesn't want to live with blacks, and he doesn't want anybody, Christians shouldn't intermarry with blacks. That's what he just said. And of course Orientals as well, and non-whites.
System. And they're like, hey, wake up, you know, is this your stop? You know, I'm like,
I don't think I've watched this video. I know this video is this bad.
Yep.
You know, so, you know, I look out for people. And this was when I was a
Of any race.
lost woman, okay?
And, you know, and see it all, this whole thing all stemmed. Really, I think what's going on here, why we're being attacked, is not because of our stands about kindred purity and things like that. I don't think that's it. I think
Ooh, kindred purity. Is that what you call it now? Not racial purity, kindred purity. That's not racist. Oh, good. You don't have kindred purity. These people have a mixture in them. They're not pure anything. No one's pure anything.
it's because we're very militantly pre-trib. And the post-trib.
Well, then what are you talking about? Keep talking about the Antichrist for? We're military pre-trib, yet you've made a major argument that the Antichrist is trying to integrate the world, and that's how he's going to bring in the New World Order. But now we're pre-trib.
Will come up with anything that they can. They look for any kind of problems and whatever else. And ironically, Dr. Ruckman, Eric Phelps, and myself are very hardcore pre-trib. So
yeah, you're also racist. You're also racist. Ironically, you ignore. I don't know, Phelps, I think, is a Calvinist. I don't know how pre-trib he is. But Ruckman ignores the fact. And you can't find something in the New Testament, so you bring up the Antichrist. You bring up the Antichrist, a post-trib issue.
What's the best way to attack us? Well, what would the news media do? See,
there's nothing to news media. From your own mouths, you've admitted. You're racist. You're segregationists. You don't have anything to do with the blacks. Christians, other Christians. You made the idea, well, I don't mind them traveling through me. You know, we won't shoot them or anything. It's nice of you. Oh, man. I'm going to stop and put this up so about 30 minutes in. So, but you can't make this stuff up, people. It's the news media. It's just that. He admitted, kindred purity. It's not kindred purity. We can't go back 2,000 years. We can't go back. We're both militantly. I don't know what militant pre-trib is. You're either pre-trib or you're not. You're militantly pre-trib. And Peter Ruckman and I, you know, and Phillips. Well, Phillips wants a white nation. And Ruckman's out of his mind with his nonsense. You people ignore dispensational distinctions. And you respect the culture. Christians don't care about culture. We're Christians. Cultures are the world. I'm a King James Bible only. Where's the word Trinity? Where's the word culture in the King James Bible? It's not there. It's not there. It's the world. My white culture. I'm going to put my Christmas tree up. My white culture. German culture. German name. Oh, man, these people, man. You people follow these morons, idiots, lunatics. But it gets 160 acres up in Maine. It's little white people up there. So he's not gonna, you know, his wife gets witnessed to by a black woman. Yeah, you know, let his son marry a black woman. Christian. Stop here and put this up. Amen. Thank you.